discovered a hidden diary in my attic, chronicling my family's dark secrets. As I read, I realized the truth could shatter everything I knew about my past. My wife, 29 of 7 years, had cheated on me with one of her longtime friends in mid-July. I discovered text messages back and forth between them after getting suspicious and finally checking her phone. The texts I read were from a day after D-Day about how good their sex was. I love you. And even discussing a mild fight we had where she recounted things I said and they both laughed about it. I tried to explain that we may be entering a new stage of marriage where we are comfortable and complacent. It might feel a little boring, but maybe that's just how things get once you're married for more than a few years. But she is convinced that is wrong, and we've drifted apart despite spending our days together full of good conversation, good sex, etc. She doesn't know that. I know. I've talked to a lawyer and have divorce papers in the works. No, this is the second time she did this. The first time she cheated. When we were dating, we had a 6-month split, worked things out, got back together, and later married. On the rare occasions we talk about her past infidelity. I've told her if she ever does it again, we're done. We've been fine for 6 years with no problems. About a year ago, she began getting a little colder and wouldn't accept my affection. Things like she didn't love me back at all. I guess this distance culminated in her affair. Fast forward to today. I've known for 3 weeks and have been waiting for paperwork before confronting her. At first, she was clearly not interested in me, but this week she seems to be feeling more guilty about her actions and a little more interested in me. She's been trying to do what she can to make up for her actions in her own way, all without us ever talking about it, like washing dishes, cleaning, cooking, all refusing any help. It's like she is punishing herself. In my mind, she's completely betrayed me, and I can no longer trust her. She has caused me such pain and cannot possibly love me if she is able to do all that. Financially, we've been okay, but struggled a bit because she doesn't want to work. She has finally been working for a year, but it's a minimum wage, part-time job, and barely covers her bills. I feel like I have to pull all the weight, and she is not really my equal. At the same time, I still care about her value, the life we built, and will worry about what will happen to her. I think she could easily fall into a deep depression. There's really only one way forward, and that is divorce. But I'm worried about how she will take it, and it will be hard to resist taking her back. I almost wish she would happily leave with her new person. I know I have to divorce her, but not looking forward to the heartbreak, loneliness, and whatever else. I can't even predict. How do I do this? First update. 3 days until I go scorched earth. So I originally thought she began cheating in July, but nope. Not only did her affair begin in May, but from March to May she had another affair. This one involving unprotected sex with a heroin addict. So the grand total of cheating is for dudes. Now on to the current affair partner. First, she established his support by lying to him about our relationship. She told her I insult her, and I mean which is not true at all. This gave him justification. So he began manipulating her, telling her she deserves better, than I'm a piece of crap. I'm a child. All kinds of stuff. He actually fancied himself a relationship coach. He would listen to her complaints about me and tell her how I would respond or the reason I did that. Let me get this straight. The person she is cheating with, telling her how to handle relationships, what if the thing she was mad about? I had no idea they bothered her. She never told me. Remember? He has never met me. Yet he thinks he can predict all my behavior. This guy prides himself on his control over others. He bragged about it. He thinks he's some relationship guru. It's ridiculous. He's a church minister. He bragged about how he helps a teen group get closer to God. In one instance, he bragged about how he helped a teenager break up with his girlfriend and then did a good job consoling the girlfriend because she was suicidal. So she has fallen for this good guy act. Total manipulation. Hook, line, and sinker. He refers to her living with me as prison and calls me the ass while I'm the one who hugs her, who pays her bills, who happily greets her when she gets home from work, who values her above all others. I do have to come clean. I value self-improvement very much, and I believe people should always be striving to improve. But she has not improved at all over the last 10 years. She is overweight, dropped out of college, working a minimum wage part-time job. Years ago, I tried to get her to improve. Asked her to go to the gym with me, do a sport, anything, but she refused. She was unemployed for 4 years while I paid her student loan and alarmingly high credit debt. I asked her to find a job every week. She never did. I asked her to go to school. I pay. She can study anything she wants. She never went. After a few years of requesting her to work on herself,